So I've learned a very good lesson today, a very important lesson today. And that is after attending the protests in Port of Spain for pushback, life in Trinidad is hard. No two ways about it. Life in Trinidad is hard. A lot of people know it. A lot of people will complain about it. But Rowley and them right. P and them right. Things still nice in Trinidad. Things still nice in Trinidad. The majority of people in Trinidad not suffering. I'm not gonna continue pushing that narrative when the facts are there to be seen that people are living comfortably in the conditions that Rowley and the PN are making for them. People are living comfortably, paying more for flour. People are comfortably paying more for gasoline. People are comfortably driving on the roads with potholes. People are living comfortably in all these conditions. There are the minorities, there are the few that actually suffering. There are the poor people like me, like myself. I'm never ashamed to say that I am poor. So there are people like me and people like myself care. But then there are other poor people like myself that still don't care. And they don't mind suffering. They will complain, but they will do nothing about it. They'll just complain. It's something like the Israelites when they were in the wilderness. The Israelites complained, but they didn't want to show faith. They never wanted to believe that God could provide for them. That's just how they are. And this is how Trinidadians are. Trinidadians complain, but they don't like to act. They don't like to do anything to fight against the system. They will simply complain and that's it. That's all. So, I will never stop. I will never stop condemning the PNM regime for being a destructive, evil, demonic force in Trinidad and Tobago. But they're right in the sense that, from the perspective that things still nice in Trinidad. Because if the majority was suffering the way the poor are suffering in Trinidad and Tobago, those who working for like minimum wage, those who working for probably less than minimum wage, who don't have jobs, it definitely shows that these are people in the minority. The majority are still happy because they have their average jobs, they have the average salaries, they're getting by. They're getting by. They're making do with what they have and they're surviving. And they're suffering to some extent, but still surviving. Still surviving. So when people continuing to say that, oh, things hard in Trinidad, yes, things hard, but you all don't mind. You all don't mind because if people did mind, they would be out there. They would be out there hitting the streets. It would have had 20, 30,000 people in Port of Spain today because, okay, as I said, I want to make this short, but okay. Ground Report is only one radio station in Trinidad. But don't tell me at least 10,000 people don't listen to the Ground Report. Probably at least a few days for the week. Don't tell me at least 10,000 people did not know that it had a protest today. Yet from the numbers I saw, it's less than 1,000 attended. Less than 500 in my opinion. It's probably a couple hundred people that attended, if so much. So, out of 1.4 million people, only a couple hundred people made it their duty to attend that protest today. Trinidadians happy. Trinidadians are happy. When election comes, for sure I will know how happy Trinidadians are, because if it ends up being a tie again, if it ends up being a tie again, or worse yet, if PNM ends up with a majority in the local elections again, it definitely shows Trinidadians love PNM. Even the people and them who vote in UNC seem to love PNM too, because they do go out and vote. They don't go out and vote. They don't go out and vote the way PNM will go out and vote. So, Trinidad nice. Trinidad nice. Trinidad, we happy. We happy. People happy. People are happy with what's going on in this country.